Reality Now. I am Cynthia Y. Johnson with the new February videos that are beginning to come out, and videos will be out every other day as I want to give you a complete series. Please excuse my voice right now. I'm suffering with a cold, but I wanted you to understand they don't want us to remember. They don't want us to remember. That's why you see so much disclosure coming forth. You see now a lot of things that you believed to be actual facts in our government and throughout the world. With every system, we see there has been many false, erroneous, and many redacted documents that don't even reveal the entire truth. But nevertheless, we are authentic beings from an authentic creator. This planet is our cradle of resources, our womb awaiting our full awareness and protection. No, does Mother Earth really need our protection? No, she needs us to become aware of all the elemental resources that are vital to our life and our physical, mental, and emotional component that are key in the core of the earth. We know the earth, the wind, the water, the fire, everything that is an elemental resource of the stones and the rocks and the different seasons. We know that the sun and the moon all play a key part in our survival on this planet and our lifestyle. We know that we can contribute positively or negatively. So the protection that we need to give her is the opportunity to heal. Mother Earth will heal and rise to remain this great supplier of what? Healing, of individual codes that go into us that were implanted from our Creator, the clarity that we need when we learn to commune, and deep answers that lie within the natural realm. Why did we stop communing with her? Because there were so many falsehoods that were placed that, oh, if you're honoring the earth, it's pagan. No, every part, we're all sentient kind with purposes, and we know that we come from one, the infinite flow of source, the source of radiant essence. Why do we stop communing? They don't want us to remember the infinite flow of the presence that is always present. So the power and everything that we need in knowledge and to understand every area is already within us when we choose to connect on a greater level. Religious institutions began centered in love. But what happened? They morphed into a strict power over structure, causing so many hierarchies to be born, causing division. This group, this denomination, they're better than us, we're better than them, we defeat them. That isn't the real unity and love. There's no love in division and separation. Building yet another layer of what? Traditions between us, and a traditional path that we block us from our source, believing that in the only way for you to reach and have a direct connection is that you need so many go-betweens, so many middlemen. Know this and understand, even in 2018, if any religion or a sect promotes a hierarchy, caste, or class system, you are deceiving your own selves. You're being caught up in yet another FBI, fear-based initiative. Why? They don't want us to remember Source provides infinitely to us individually and collectively. It doesn't rely on what you call yourself. Forget all the mindless distractions. Look at this slide for just a moment. If you see here in the lower right corner, this is Morton Downey Jr., the big mouth. It all began with him. One of the first people to actually be on television at night that said anything that came up. So many people thought it was funny, but it was just sounding an alarm and giving you even greater distractions, mindless things, to keep you unaware of that which was really, really important. Let's see, we've got Jerry Springer here, another show that everyone finds funny, but there are some things that we need to be really focusing our time on that are for the number one project in your life is you. Same for Maury, and of course, Wendy Williams. How you doing? Middle of the morning, women, men, everywhere sitting and listening to a lot of idle chit-chat that isn't, a lot of times, isn't even accurate. Just a bunch of blah, blah, blah junk to fill the part in your mind and in your time when you should be becoming awake, aware, and alive, fulfilling that which is your destiny upon the planet. Many years ago, during times of deep meditation, I posed a question as to the identity of the ultimate creative consciousness from whence all that I knew of universally, I meant not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally. What about sciences? What about geometry? What about all of the different fields of knowledge that were upon the earth that religion either said, oh, it's not a part of this? What about numerology, astrology, gematria, all of that? At that point, I was introduced to the source of a radiant essence that continues to radiate. You see, I had already found that the term God wasn't the true name of any being. Having attended seminary, having attended university, having attended many biblical and ancient religion schools. It's a title. Someone can call you Father, but your name isn't Father. Throughout the ages, there have been so many languages attempting to describe, so many transliterations of that thing that we thought was correct, etcetera, that really didn't incorporate what? All there is and all that is. I later found this identical term was used by ancient civilizations to identify that which is origin and continues to radiate answers, potentials, possibilities to sentient kind. That's us. What is that flow? It's infinite oneness. So just think on that for one moment. Infinite means no beginning, no end. Radiating answers, possibilities and potentials always to us. Providing substantial knowledge for use in the now. If the presence that is always present is now and knows what's going on now, would you even think that would mean for us to shut ourselves away and not be a part of this world? No. That's not the plan. Drawing all sources of light for the greater good of all. That is what love and unity is based upon. Allowing each individual to decide their path. The path should always be leading upward to one. One. Oneness, unity, love. And always hoping that we will arise and rejoin the infinite flow of love, which is the true power source, real love. Connecting to what? The power grid, the power flow that never fails. You are at that point an authentic being, learning an authentic reality and understanding you have an authentic compass inside when you have connected it to the flow of the authentic one, of the authentic consciousness that is above all. They don't want us to remember who we truly are. They are becoming very fearful and are producing more fear-based initiatives. If you don't follow this by this time, this will happen, we will blow up. The earth is flat, we will fall off. So many things. They would like for us to continue living within this system of domination and control. This has been done for hundreds of years. Your parents did it and they did. No, that isn't meant for the now. The authentic reality can be found within when you allow, accept, receive, and release, acknowledging anything that is not serving the now. When did we lose the authentic connection to Source? Why did we begin to blindly follow the O's? What are the O's? Obvious outside sources. Oh, everyone is doing this, or this group of people, without ever going inside. Well, it seemed to work for them. We must remember to go within first. Our history is very clear. The patterns of our ancestors have provided many examples. You already contain everything you need to ascend, grow, and live this life stream as what? Sacred sovereign self. That means that you're embracing your authentic identity. Your authentic power and truth comes when you connect to that which is authentic. Not just another modality that you stuff on top on the outside. You're practicing it with your body and you can't connect in your mind and your heart and your spirit and your soul because it's just another repetitious thing that you fall away from because your heart, the central core of you, isn't in it. When your compass is honed to true north, your internal compass, that's the sacred sanctuary within you. First thing, begin to embrace your sacred sovereign self. Hug yourself. Value yourself, every part of you. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you'll never truly love anything or anyone else. Remember the ancestors for what? To honor them. Our ancestors have provided a rich history of monumental sacrifices to create a better world for us. We already see that war is not the answer. Violence is not the answer. Racial discrimination is not the answer. Those were man-made things. We're expected to create the new reality now. But first, you must begin to go within. Reconnect to your infinite flame, the authentic compass for all sentient kinds. Yes, beloved, you have been sold a bill of goods. We already contain what we need to thrive now. We just need to reignite. Remember, every candle has a wick. You have one. That ignition remains inside of you, and you experience it in minute portions from time to time. Authentic reality is direct connection to all there is. No longer ascribe to any of the fear-based initiatives. If anyone or anything tells you that 12, 12, 12, it was the end of the world, I can believe all the people that bought a book like that. All the many dates that they predicted. Let's get away from that. We have forgotten our ancestors, the ascended ones, and the source of radiant essence from whence they came. We all came from single source consciousness. We visit ancient monuments and we marvel at their beauty and craftsmanship. We hunger for authentic truth and direct connection. We fail to claim our sovereignty. You are powerful. You must be in union and communion with authentic truth. You must renounce everything that is not. When you speak it out, you're speaking into the air. That's your sound, your light, your vibration. And then you're lending the vibration. You're lending your heart, your inner core, your essential essence to truth. That's the thing that promotes the authentic love and the authentic reality. Sadly, we believe that the only way to connect is by visiting a few, the hierarchy, to impart a moment of light, love, and blessings upon us. What happened to the greater works that were to happen now? Well, the quantum field is open so that we can accomplish that. They don't want us to remember. The power over structures permeates, divides, and they thrive on false agendas. Let me give you something else to distract you so that you don't look at that thing that you really need to see. Poverty, violence, slavery remain prevalent. That's all a part of this cloudy darkness field. Now has come, things are being revealed so that we can say no more and be co-contributors and co-creators. Shamans had the history, our natural history, and our medicine. Ancient spiritual traditions and storytellers giving us information about our history. The scribes that were keepers of the sacred truths, the sacred words. The alchemists who knew how to use the natural, to use all that was given to us to benefit. The geologists that knew the earth. The healers and herbologists. We must learn our past in order to direct our future. And we know that that time is now. Martyrs. Let's look at martyrs for a moment. Just one brief example. Arrests and executions. Thousands were martyred across the continents. On October 13, 1307, scores of French Templars, the Knights Templars were a great organizations, were arrested, including the order's Grand Master, and many of the knights were brutally tortured until they confessed to false charges, which included heresy, homosexuality, financial corruption, devil worshipping, fraud, and spitting on the cross, and more. I'm just using that as one example. We know Joan of Arc, Crispus Attucks, there have been martyrs for thousands of years. And a few years later, dozens of Templars were burned at the stake in Paris. Now remember, once the church got involved and took over and had the banks financed all over everywhere, were taking control, that's when, under pressure from King Philip, Pope Clement dissolved the Knights Templar in 1312. However, it is believed that King Philip and King Edward II of England seized most of the Knight Templars' wealth. Of course they did. The banks were hundreds and hundreds of banks. When religious systems, powerful conglomerates, and those greedy for riches take over, the end is always the same. We are to no longer hold blind faith in traditional systems. Your religion should be authentic truth, authentic connection, authentic flow from all that is. We don't need martyrs. We need co-creators and co-contributors. So I'm not calling you to lie down your life. Love, unity, respect. The quantum field awaits you. Awake, aware, arise. Become who you already are. Authentic reality awaits you. The clarity is just within your heart. My office is now open. Here I am, love, ready to connect with you. Feel free to contact me. I'm always available to you within just a few hours, Eastern Standard Time. There is so much, but all is so simple. This is not another modality, not some modality that you take. You have 45 steps of 400 different gods and this, that, and the other. No, this is the simple, direct awakening, direct connection of awareness to become what? Enlightenment means knowledge, truth, and power that you can see, feel, and understand. Remember, you are the spark of universal change. But hey, connecting to the power grid that never fails, I await your reply. But remember, there is no such thing as being left behind. You're in a timeline. You come from infinity. Does not one who is infinite, the consciousness, know where you are and who you are? Don't be fooled. Authentic reality now with me, Dr. CJ. Thank you for spending time with me. Drop a line and let me know how you are. This is your personal prescription for wholeness. Gain your authentic reality now. Subscribe. Namaste.